since breakfast.
How you guys doing today? Jason A. Kuhn here, giving you a Fight the Deception with Real Perception Christian News Brief for November 11th, 2013. Got a lot of news. We'll jump into it today at theblaze.com. What Obama and I learned at Columbia. How to destroy America from within. Remember when Geraldo opened Al Capone's vault live on national TV? Well, I'm about to solve the mystery of Obama. I'm about to break the Obama code. I'm about to tell you everything about the way Obama and the people around him really think. I'm about to rip open the true Obama plan to destroy our country, because I was there when the plan was hatched. How do I know all of this? Because I was Barack Obama's college classmate at Columbia University, class of 1983. I was eager to recognize the lone outspoken conservative in a class of 700 students. I knew I was in trouble when my first political science class at Columbia was Communism 101, taught by Professor Trotsky at Fidel Castro Building at the corner of Marx Boulevard and Lennon Drive. I'm only half kidding. My experience at Columbia were not far off. My experiences at Columbia were not far off. Everyone needs to hear my story, because what Obama and I learned at Columbia explains exactly what Obama is doing to America today. It's a really lengthy article and very, very good, written by Wayne Allen Root. If you want to read the rest of this, go to theblaze.com. Of course, it will be linked to the YouTube description box. Let's move on here to salemnews.com. Rahm Emanuel's father specialized in bus bombings in Palestine. A well-placed British source informed WMR that Rahm Emanuel's father, Benjamin Emanuel, specialized in the terrorist bombings of buses carrying British troops and policemen during the British Mandate in Palestine. British MI6 files contain information of the elder Emanuel's participation in the terrorist activities of Irgun Zaveh Lumi, a Jewish terrorist organization that targeted British forces, UN officials, and Palestinian Arabs in the lead-up to the Israeli independence in 1948. Wow. Benjamin Emanuel, a Jew from Russia, whose real name was Ezekiel Auerbach, was arrested by British police for terrorist activities in the months prior to Israeli independence. Wow, let's move on here to the WashingtonTimes.com. CIA warily watches for threats to U.S. now that 87 nations possesses drones. The age of the drone is here, and U.S. intelligence agencies are warily monitoring their proliferation around the globe. China uses them to spy on Japan near disputed islands in Asia. Turkey uses them to eyeball Kurdish activity in northern Iraq. Bolivia uses them to spot cocoa fields in the Andes. Iran reportedly has given them to Syria to monitor opposition rebels. The U.S., Britain, and Israel are the only nations to have fired missiles from remote-controlled drones, but the proliferation of unmanned aerial vehicles has become so prevalent that U.S. intelligence sources and private analysts say it is merely a matter of time before other countries use the technology. Wow. Let's move on here to independent.uk.com. North Korea executes 80 people for watching foreign films. North Korea has publicly executed 80 people for watching foreign television programs, a South Korean newspaper claimed today. Seoul's Jongang Ilbo Daily reported that the killings were carried out in 7 separate cities on November 3rd, with an alleged 10,000 people forced to attend one group's execution, held in a sports stadium in the eastern port city, Wonsan. Citing a simple, identified individual as the source of the story, the newspaper said the majority of those executed had been charged with watching illicit South Korean TV dramas, and some with prostitution. Wow, let's move on here to news.oneindian.international. Get this website right for you. Actually, I don't know this website. OneIndiaNews.com. Angry survivors take to streets with guns in the Philippines. 3 days after the Haiyan roared across a huge swath of the central Philippines, there is still no word from tens of thousands of people living in the islands that bore the full brunt of the typhoon's fury. Very little assistance had reached the city's residents reported. Some took food, water, and consumer goods from abandoned shop malls and homes. Aid convoys are being raided and shops stripped of everything remaining on their shelves by starving survivors, reported local media. Some people are losing their minds from hunger or from losing their families, said Andrew Pamita, a teacher in Tacloban. As locals take to the streets with guns, there is speculation that President Benigno Aquino may have to declare martial law. A Philippine Red Cross convoy has already been attacked, the perpetrators described as molesters, or by mobsters, by the organization's chairman Richard Gordon, reported the Telegraph. People are dirty, hungry, and thirsty, said Emma Bernijo, a pastry shop owner. A few more days and they will start to kill each other. Let's move on to RT.com. Genetically engineered trees under USDA consideration could harm environment, report says. As the USDA Department of Agriculture considers whether to authorize the unrestricted planting of genetically engineered eucalyptus trees, experts are warning that such a policy would not only be unnatural but negatively impact the environment. Wow, you think so? The GE tree is primarily developed by Arbogen, a biotechnology corporation, has been met with protests in recent months to provide materials to create paper and wood pellets that fuel power plants around the world. Despite the tree's propensity for cooler climates, Arbogen has sought to promote the tree's growth in southeastern U.S. under the notion that they will help the environment sustain itself. Let's move on here to RealClearPolitics.com. That's a tongue twister. College students on probation for pulling gun to defend against intruder. 2 seniors from Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington were placed on indefinite probation Sunday after pulling a gun to defend themselves when a 6-time felon attempted to enter their apartment. Let's give this a listen.
Thank you. We continue to follow a developing story on the Gonzaga campus. 2 students scared away a trespasser late last month when the man tried to get into their off-campus apartment on East Cinto. They only got him to leave after one of the students pulled out a pistol, which he owns legally, but because of university rules, both students face a possible expulsion. KHQ local news reporter Alex Rozier is live tonight with an update for us. Alex?
Stephanie, good evening. The university policy states that weapons are not allowed on campus property. This apartment right behind me is campus property, and it also happens to be the home of Eric Fagan and Dan McIntosh, who got an unexpected guest a few weeks ago. It was 10:15 at night on October the 24th.
I actually assumed that it was just a friend that had forgotten something, because I had a friend over like 10 minutes ago.
There you guys go. If you want to read the rest of this article, of course, you can go to realclearpolitics.com, and it will be linked in the YouTube description box. Let's move on to tech.fortune.cnn.com, what I saw at the Doomsday Prepper Convention. More and more Americans are spending money to get ready for an uncertain future, gathering food, water, tools, and skills to help them weather anything from a hurricane to a pandemic. Contrary to images of deluded or gun-obsessed lone wolves, many preppers are average consumers reacting to concrete worries, and their way of thinking is spreading, fueling an emergency lifestyle trend. That lifestyle is generating demand for a broad spectrum of products offering survival or even comfort when large-scale systems go down. An array of preparedness expos and conferences have cropped up around the country to serve this emerging and fast-changing market. To get a closer look, I visited Life Change Be Ready, or LCBR, a new expo that has held its second event on the weekend of November 2nd and 3rd in Lakeland, Florida. LCBR gave an immediate sense of one big way that preparedness crowd isn't marginal at all, economically. The show floor was packed with a dizzying array of small businesses and products that defined stereotypical prepper classification, not just ammunition and crossbows and camping gear, but also seed banks, beehives, financial planning, and acupressure. All very good ideas. Let's move on to the last article of the day, Denver.cbslocal.com. Colorado college job application features the word queer. A word on job applications at a Colorado college has sparked a controversy. The word queer appears in the voluntary gender section responses of the applications, and the private school in Colorado Springs stands by the wording. I'm a little skeptical of what that could present a potential I'm a little skeptical of what that could present to potential employees, Colorado College Gwen Webb said. Wow, that's all the articles I got for you guys today. Don't want to leave you without the New World Order quote of the day by Keith Bradsher of the New York Times, August 5th, 1995. In a small Swiss city sits an international organization so obscure and secretive, control of the institution, the Bank of International Settlements, lies with some of the world's most powerful and least visible men. The heads of 32 central banks, officials able to shift billions of dollars and alter the course of economics at the stroke of a pen. Again, Keith Bradshaw of the New York Times. And let me give you the proverb of the day, Proverbs 14:3, King James only. In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. Now, you can check me out on Facebook, Jason A. Kuhn. That is also my YouTube page, Jason A. Kuhn. Also, check out my Facebook ministry page at Romans 12:2, Transformer Ministries. And I'll leave you guys off with the song I brought you in on. This is by Disciple, Not Since Breakfast.